Alright, so we've all had this question. Is paddleboarding easy or is it hard? And to tell you the truth, it's yes and no. Here are some reasons why. So it really starts off if you're using the correct paddle height, if you're standing in the right position on your paddleboard, and if you're even using the correct size paddleboard. Because if you answer no to any of these, it's going to be a much harder experience for you to stay on a paddleboard. When it comes to the correct paddle height, you want to have your paddle set to one shaka above your head, which will allow you to have better posture on your paddleboard, which ultimately will lead you to have better balance as well. Along with that, you're going to make sure you have your body set up in the best position on the paddleboard in order to have the highest amount of stability. For this, you would simply want to be standing or sitting on either side of the handle of your paddleboard, as the handle always acts as a perfect guide or reference point to the center most stable part of the paddleboard. And a pro tip, you simply want to stand with relaxed legs, shoulder width apart. By doing these things, you have a much more stable experience on your paddleboard. But in all honesty, what's going to make the biggest difference as a beginner paddler is using the correct size paddleboard. If you use too narrow of a paddleboard, you have a much harder experience trying to stand up and trying to balance. For example, when I give beginner paddleboard classes, I use a board that is 36 inches wide by 11 feet. This provides any person with any background the ability to stand up, learn the skills on a much more stable paddleboard. The next biggest factor really depends upon how good your balance is. If you're someone with weak knees, or if you find it difficult to do simple balance exercises on land, you will find it a little bit more difficult to learn how to balance on a paddleboard. But that doesn't mean you can't do it. It will simply just take some more time and more practice to learn how to stand up and balance properly on a paddleboard. Another reason why many people find it very difficult to paddleboard the first time is because they go on a day when there's a lot of wind, a lot of chop, or a lot of boat wakes on the water. So when there's all this movement happening, it's very difficult to learn how to stand up and balance your first time paddleboarding. You definitely want to go on a day when it's calm, glass-like conditions on the water to give you the most stability and the least amount of movement on your paddleboard when you're learning how to first stand up and balance on your board. This is a simple step to take, but also a very important one, as it will make a huge difference for how easy or how hard your first stand-up paddleboard experience will be. And lastly, learn a few skills before you go out paddling for your first time. Go take a class with a local stand-up paddleboard school, go on my YouTube channel, watch a few more tutorial videos. Just simply learn a few basic skills you need to go for your first paddle. By doing this, you have a much faster learning curve and find the whole entire process way easier. So yes, paddleboarding can be easy, but it can also be incredibly hard depending on these few factors. But simply at the end of the day, if you take the time and the effort to focus on your skills, learn some new techniques, and go out and practice, you're gonna get better every single day, and you're gonna become that stand-up paddleboarder that I know that you are. So hope you guys found this video helpful. Be sure to go check out the channel for more content, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Hasta luego, amigos.